What up, people? Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today we are talking about the SkullCandy Crusher Wireless. Now, before we get into that, I have 2 points that I want to make real quick. Firstly, SkullCandy is a great name for headphones, like just objectively. It's candy for your freaking skull, like that's rad. Secondly, I stopped paying attention to SkullCandy headphones like a while ago, simply because they were really average back in the day. They always broke. The sound quality was always like bass-centric consumer vibes, which I wasn't too into, and I do like my bass. And they were just generally overpriced. But they seem to have taken a huge step in the right direction with the SkullCandy Crusher Wireless. Let's talk about them in a little bit more detail. First things first, the aesthetics. Yes, just all the yes. It's exactly what I would call SkullCandy. It's a really nice blend of neutral colors that creates a perfect balance between premium and minimal, and I'm just a huge fan. The build quality is the part that surprised me the most and where I think SkullCandy has made the most improvements. So it's got premium leatherette ear cushions which feel like marshmallows and are just super soft and super nice. And then the driver containers are made of thick hard plastic, which kind of remind me of the SteelSeries Arctis lineup. And then it's also got a fairly flexible metallic headband with rubber padding for your head and then a nice tweed finish on top. The only part that slightly concerns me is the hinges, which allow it to fold in like this. They feel like they might be a little bit breakable, but it's not that bad, and I do think it's still high quality. Now, these puppies are wireless Bluetooth headphones, and they have an advertised battery life of 40 hours, which is an insane amount of juice. And to put that in perspective, we got these in December, and I've only charged them twice and have been pretty much using them every single day. So that's some serious battery power. Even if you forgot to put them on charge the night before, you can still plug them in for 10 minutes and get 3 hours of juice, which is a great function to have if you're forgetful like me, which, yeah. I forgot that last bit of the line, so. Worry not though, because if you do forget to charge your headset, you can still plug it in with the 3.5 jack and listen to your music that way. On that point, you'll also find a USB charging port located next to the 3.5 jack plug-in, and you'll also have some controls on the right-hand side of the ear cup. They're really big, high-quality buttons. There's control functions for volume up, volume down, and then there's a power and pair button, and there's also an LED indicator to indicate your things like battery life, connection status, and whether or not it's on or off. The last control to talk about would be the bass resonance slider located on the left-hand side of the ear cups. Now, it's a fairly gimmicky feature. Basically what it does is it has these bass resonators which respond to low-end frequencies in your music and then kind of resonate and give you a bass vibration accordingly. It's fairly gimmicky though, so at high volumes it's just like way too distorted and disturbing, but it has a fairly decent sound quality overall. So if you pump it up a little bit, it just gives you a nice little bit of extra rich sounding bassiness. And on that point, let's jump into the sound quality. So as you can hear, the sound quality is not bad at all. The only one issue or missing thing that I think this headset needs is some noise cancelling, but that does start to add a whole lot more moolah to the price tag, and the noise isolation by itself is pretty good. Other than that though, for 2,500 Rand, you're getting a fairly premium headset with a cool design and a great battery life. And then on top of that, they also throw in a nifty little carrying case. And then you also get this aux cable which kind of fits in with the whole unified aesthetic. I don't think it's necessarily a bad buy, and I'm sure you should be able to find a discounted price somewhere. It's pretty good for just frequent travelers, man. It's got a great battery life and a good sound quality. I don't think you'd be upset if you bought this headset. It is also available in like a black and gray combo if that kind of suits your steez a little bit more. I prefer darker things, generally speaking, but I do like this. And then also something interesting to note is that SkullCandy's kind of updated their entire lineup of headsets, and they've kind of followed this design language and these design changes and kind of implemented it in all their headsets. So there are more expensive ones and less expensive ones if this doesn't suit your price range, but you can at least feel confident that they're making some positive changes to their lineup. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this installment of Reality Check. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the SkullCandy Crusher Wirelesses. Also, did you have a set back in the day? Because I did, and they were crap, man. They were garbage. So I was super surprised with these puppies right here. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time for another installment of Reality Check. Peace.